I'm doing the ribbed edging for my sweater, going up to the top from bottom to top. I have 9 single crochets going up to the top, so I have 3 more to do, and then I'm going to turn. So this is count number 7, number 8, and number 9. And you can tell that I'm at the end because of that little bump right there in that single crochet, in that chain turn from the first row. So there's my 9th stitch in the back row, doing the back loops only. End of all of my 9 single crochets, I'm going to make a slip stitch, and then I'm going to turn it towards me this way. I'm flipping the page of the book backwards when I go down the row here. I was like this, and now I'm going to turn it and go backwards. Flip the page backwards. You'll know you're in the right spot when you've got an awkward first stitch. You got to get around behind that yarn and into that top stitch there. Not this one. That's your chain. Into this one you're going to go. So you're going to go around behind that yarn and into that back loop to make your first single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and always count, because I'll show you why in a second. Always count. That's 8, and I have 9 stitches, because down here it gets confusing and you can't see really where your last stitch is. But I know it's in there because I've got 9 single crochets. So there's a little bump right there. Oh, that must be from the row before. So I'm gonna turn my work and get right in there, and that's that little hidden stitch. Whoops, sorry. I'm gonna get right in here. I shouldn't have wrapped my yarn at that point. And I pop that up, and that's number 9. Now my row's finished. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I've got to attach it now. I'm going to skip this first stitch that already has some yarn in it. That's already been used. I'm going to the second one here, and I'm going to do a slip stitch. I'm going to the next stitch, and I'm going to slip stitch. 2 slip stitches. Now I turn the page like a book. Turn my yarn like that, and now I'm ready to work up to the top again. And you can tell I'm in the right position because my yarn's behind. Now look at what I have here. Look at all those V's. I don't start here. I don't start there. Those are my 2 slip stitches that I attached to my base. But I'm going to come up here after I skip those 2 slip stitches. This is my first actual single crochet. So that's where it gets confusing. I'm going to go right in there, so I'm going to count up 1, 2, and on the 3rd V, which is skipping the 2 slip stitch, and single crochet. I'm going to do a single crochet in that back loop. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and there's my last stitch, and I can tell because it's got the little knob right there. 9. There's my row. I've completed my row of 9 stitches. Slip stitch, turn my work. Now, because I'm up at the top, I'm turning my work back, turning the page back. That gives me that awkward reach around, but I'm going to be going in that first stitch. I just confused myself now. Let me make sure. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the stitch I'm going in right there. That's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, And there's 9 is that little hidden one down there. You can see it. Okay, here we go. Get my yarn back up, and I'm going to go reach underneath that, and I'm going to find that first stitch, and there it is. And make my first single crochet. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back loops only, 8, and let's find number 9. There it is. 9. Now, got to attach it to my base. It's already got something in that hole. It's already got a stitch in there. Can't use that one. So we'll go to the next one, slip stitch. Next one, slip stitch. Now I'm going to turn this like a book. Turn it like that, and I can work up the row again. Once again, there's my 2 slip stitches right there. I just did them, 1, 2. Got to skip those and go into the actual real single crochet. So skip, skip, in. Single crochet, 1. Back loop only, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Sometimes you got to pick it and push it in there. 9 single crochets, slip stitch, and now I'm going to turn it backwards, just like that. And now I'm going to come down, find that awkward little back stitch back here, right there, back loop only, single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now hunt for number 9. 9. Look down here. Can't use that. Already has a stitch in it. Slip stitch. Slip stitch. Now, I want to point something out at this point. You can tell right here if you're going the right way or not if you turn your work the incorrect way. If I turn my work this way, like a book, my yarn is back here behind my hook. If I did it the other way and I turn my work a different direction, like turn it around this way, my yarn would be coming out the front. So you always want to make sure your yarn is in the back and you're following it like that. So there's my 2. I'm going to turn this like a book, turn the page. There's my 2 slip stitches and that's how you do the ribbing. Now, another thing to point out with the ribbing, you'll know that you did your slip stitches. Sometimes you get confused and you might do a single crochet those last 2 instead of 2 slip stitches. But you can tell you've done slip stitches because you can see a little horizontal stitch going across. You can really see it down here with the contrasting thread. You can see there, it goes up a V, across, a V, across, a V, across, a V. That shows you where it goes across. Those are your slip stitches. When it goes up, that's your single crochet. So you can tell if you've done a slip stitch or a single crochet just by looking at that little horizontal bar on the back side and the V's. And of course, all your work should look like this across the front. Okay.